Well, a very good morning. Thanks for clicking on to the Friday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. The streak of rainless days is about to end. Whether it be today or tomorrow, we will have rain spreading across the country over the next 48 to 72 hours. But certainly we have seen for most places a rain-free period now for at least 2.5 weeks. Dalmarnock on the southeast side of Glasgow hasn't recorded rainfall since April 20th. Thundery on the south side of Glasgow also hasn't received rain since the 21st of April. So there is a few places that has gotten pretty dry by British standards. So some of the Glasgow areas seeing some of the driest places in the UK. In fact, Edinburgh since April 1st has not seen more than 3 millimetres, which is 5% of the normal rainfall for the period. So it looks as if we are going to see a change over. We're losing the high pressure. We're going to see low pressure becoming more established. Something, like I say, we haven't seen in quite a while. But does this mean the breakdown completely and would change over to a wetter than normal pattern? I don't believe that's going to be the case. I think this kind of blip, if you will, is only a blip. It will start to change once again. I think we're going to revert back to higher than normal pressure later on down the road here. So I think in order to erase the deficit that we've got at the moment, I think we would have quite a soaking rain. And I don't see that being the case in the medium and long range period. So looking at the GFS precipitation surface charts, you can see here as we go forward, we are talking certainly about some fairly energetic weather coming up from the south. We've got a main area of low pressure, if you notice here, to the south of Iceland, and that is essentially allowing this area of low pressure to kind of lift up from more southerly climes. So therefore you're feeling that more kind of moist atmosphere, but also a milder atmosphere as well. So we're not really going to see much in the way of cool nights over the next several nights, because what we're going to see is we're going to find ourselves in a more warmer subtropical airflow that is going to allow, once the sun gets going during the daytime, to build the atmosphere, bubble up the clouds, and some cumulonimbus clouds as well. We're going to see thunder, lightning, heavy rainfall. We may see localized flash flooding with these thunderstorms, and the reason why: ground's very hard, very heavy rainfall in a short space of time. Of course, the ground can't cope with that, so we do see water lying in response to that. So the weather is going to go downhill as we go through the course of today, and particularly more so over the weekend. We're going to see a more widespread rain event. The area of low pressure today will trigger showers and thunderstorms in a scattered nature across the UK. So some places will still remain dry for the next 24 hours, but then we are going to start to see things changing somewhat into the day tomorrow. And then Sunday as well, we've got another wave of energy pushing across later tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we've got a more substantial system coming through. Windy conditions, but also wet and mild as well here. That system then clears out. We're in the southwesterly airflow, if you notice here. Low pressure near Iceland, high pressure over the continent. We've got a southwesterly airflow. Plenty of warm, humid, sunny conditions for the southern half of the UK. We could be talking about temperatures approaching the warmest levels of the year so far. Remember, we got up to 25 Celsius in the southeast of England. We could approach that figure in the week ahead here. So you can see here that southwesterly airflow continues to drag up energy from the south and southwest. Then we're in that kind of a drier airflow here from the northwest. High pressure now starting to re-establish to the west of the UK. And then we've got systems kind of riding over the top of that. So we definitely have a more unsettled theme. No question about that. But what is interesting is none of these systems look as if they're going to be slow moving. They're not going to generate an awful lot of rain over a broad area. So therefore the deficit remains the case, I think, as we go into the summer season. I think we are going to we're not going to replenish the soils that quickly that all of a sudden the talk of a 2017 drought disappears. I don't believe that's going to be the case. But certainly it is a more unsettled weather pattern, but the CFSV2 does indicate that we are going to see a drier than normal pattern re-establish as we go into the final half of May, and that could set the stage for some heat wave conditions. Whether it be in June or July remains to be seen, but certainly I am now forecasting that we should see a hot spell at some point during the early part of the summer, given the overall setup that we've got, also given the fact that we've seen such a dry spring and winter going. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again next week. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.